Hey there, welcome to day 5 of our Beachbody Coach Basics Training. Today I'm going to talk to you about a subject that is really basic and fundamental when it comes to Beachbody coaching, and that is goal setting and tracking. Now before we dive into this, I want to define goals for you. And I love the definition that Napoleon gave goal, and that is a goal is a dream with a deadline attached. Now think about that for a minute. I'm sure you are like me and you've lain awake at night in bed thinking about all the wonderful things that you would like to accomplish. Maybe you have dreams of places you'd like to go, a home that you would like to live in, a lifestyle that you would like to live, different things in your life that you think, man, I would just love to do this. Now, all the dreams in the world are wonderful and they serve their purpose and they're motivating and they're great. It's great to dream. But how would you like to make your dreams a reality? Now, setting goals and having a plan in place to get yourself from point A to point B being your big dream, is the key. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Setting goals with your business is very similar to setting your own health and fitness goals. Now, I know I've talked to a lot of my challenge group participants, and some of them have some huge goals that they want to achieve with their fitness. Now, imagine someone who comes to you and says, Coach, I want to lose 100 pounds. And you say, that's great, you can do it. And then you send them off on their way with a program and Shakeology. They might do it, but chances are not so much. And why is that? That's because when you are looking at your goal as this giant mountain like Mount Everest, it can be very daunting and you can tend to get very discouraged very quickly because when I lose 2 pounds in 1 week, that's great, but now I'm looking at my 100-pound goal and it's not so great. So what I like to do with my challenge groups is I like to say, okay, what's your goal? You want to lose 100 pounds? That's awesome. Let's break it down into bite-sized chunks that you can attack on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, something that you can obtain and then you can celebrate your success. And then all those little goals add up and they add up to Mount Everest in the end. But it helps people stay away from the discouragement and the disappointment that comes when you're looking at your final goal and that's what you're focusing on. So that's what we like to do with our Beachbody businesses as well. Look at your big dream. Absolutely focus on that. This is what I want to do. Now what I'm going to do is take that big dream and I'm going to reverse engineer it and I'm going to figure out what do I need to do to reach that dream? What do I need to do on a monthly basis? Then what do I need to do on a weekly basis? And break it down into bite-sized chunks that you can obtain. And then every day you are making strides in your business toward your goal. Now, one of the things that we love to use as Beachbody coaches is a handy document called the Business Activity Tracker. And I'm going to be talking to you that when we get into our assignment, but just a little overview of what the Business Activity Tracker is. It's a document that tracks your weekly goals. So, you can say, hey, this week I want to invite 15 people to my next challenge group. So I have my goal of 15. And then as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday comes along and I'm talking to people, I can mark a little X, mark a little check, mark a little, and then I know, okay, at the end of the week, my goal was 15 people. Did I hit it or did I not? Or did I surpass my goal? And we have this business activity tracker that lists all the different goals and the vital behaviors that come with being a Beachbody coach. So it's a really handy tool for you to use, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to see how you guys like the bat as well. So let's get to our assignment and talk about the bat. So for our day 5 assignment, I have several things that I would like you to do that involves goal setting and tracking and learning some methods that will help you in this area. The first one is, of course, the business activity tracker. I would like you to download this. You can find it in your online back office. You can also find it in our group page. Download this to your computer, save it to your desktop, put it in a place where you're not going to forget where you put it, and we're going to refer to this on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. The first thing we'd like you to do with regard to the bat is to determine how you're going to use it. So you have two options. You can download it to your computer, and it does have an edit function on the document where you can edit the document and save each one. Or you can print it out and go old school like me and use paper and ink. Now for me, I've done it both ways. It's absolutely a personal preference. There's no right or wrong way to do it as long as it gets done. But for me, I found that the paper works a little better because I can print it out and I can keep it in my purse, or if you have a Coach binder that you carry with you, you can keep it in your binder, and then you have it with you at all times, because a lot of times we'll meet people out when we're out and about, we're at the grocery store or at the mall, and we'll have conversations, and you don't want to forget about those people, and you don't want to forget to track them. You don't want to forget to put them down and to give yourself credit for that contact. So if you keep it with you in a way that you can edit right on the fly, that's really great. But again, I will say it is absolutely personal preference. If you're a techie person and you like to use the computer, go for it. The third thing I would like you to do is watch the how-to video that we've linked in with this email. This is a video that was done by Denise Needham, who is a director at Beachbody, and she really explains what the bat is all about. She explains the purpose for the bat and how to use it properly. So watch this video and really take some notes. And I recommend when you watch it to have a printed out copy in front of you, or to have it up on your screen in front of you so that you can follow along with her. And then, of course, we would like you to send this completed bat on a weekly basis to your personally sponsored coach and to your team trainer. Now, this is really important because as coaches, as your trainers especially, we're putting in a lot of time into training you, and this will show us that you're serious, and it will also allow us to hold you accountable to your goals. With the bat, you're going to be able to set goals that you would like for each, item on your list that you would like to do on a daily and weekly basis, and it's going to allow us as your trainers to look at that and see how you're doing, how you're coming, and be able to hold you accountable. And trust me, you will thank us later for that. And then lastly, of course, remember your daily 7 assignment, and remember to listen to the National Coach Call if you haven't already. There is a link in your back office that you can click on to listen to online to past recordings. You can also call in to the playback line and listen to that at any time during the week before the next recording. Now, I just wanted to give my own little plug for the National Coach Call. The National Coach Call in the last year and a half that I have been coaching has really helped keep me focused, and it's helped energize me. I recommend it to all of my coaches. It is one of those items that I do on a weekly basis. It's not optional for me. I listen to the National Coach Call because I found that I'm not a genius. I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't know everything, and I'm smart enough at least to know that. So for me, listening to the National Coach Call, it's great training from people who know a lot more than I have. They're people who've been in this business a lot longer than I have been in the business. And let's face it, we all have different personalities. We all have different, methods that work for us, and what works for me might not work for somebody else. So it's great to see perspectives and to be able to compare what one coach is doing with what I'm currently doing. And then maybe I can make adjustments here and there and better myself and better my business. So definitely make the National Coach Call a priority in your business. So to recap, download the bat. Let's figure out how we're going to use it. Watch the how-to videos so you know exactly what you're doing with it. And then send that completed bat to your personally sponsored coach and your team trainer on a weekly basis. And keep up the good work. You're on day 5. You've been doing an amazing job. Keep it up. We're growing and we're going places.